Right, gonna have to end up deleting that second tweet, I suppose. Stupid charter. Frickin' the worst internet, the worst ISP I've ever had the displeasure of dealing with. So I'm going to assume that we killed the carbuncle. But will there be anybody? I'm sure there'll be nobody to give recommendations to, and there probably won't be anything for me to actually roll for. Thanks, Charter. You're completely worthless, worthless, worthless. And that's totally going to be great for my metrics. Thank you, Charter. You're the greatest saboteur I've ever fucking known. Somehow I did get a commendation. Jeebus cripes. I'm going to assume these fumes aren't good for our lungs. So this is where research is conducted on creatures imbued with poisons and venoms. Eric and I were conveyed not far from here. It seems our foe is finding it more difficult to surprise us. Fortunately for you, since they appear particularly keen to see you dispatched as quickly as possible. I'm the threat here. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you. Huh, he loses his beard. I'm awful too familiar, Paragon. No, I'm not going to call him that. Passably perceptive. Yes, I am La Habrea, of the Convocation of 14. If you are truly who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Uh-oh. What is this? Now that is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether, and in an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will get the same results. Yeah, you'd think that, wouldn't you? I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Eric's wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet Athena. Mother, you would dare hide behind her name? Listen well, Eric. You are of the same mind concerning we are of the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? Oh boy. He really just couldn't bear for her to die, could he? Eric, wait! There is a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. A simple request. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the Convocation and would never suffer its denigration. You sully his station with this farce. A lot of Venus flytraps. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. What would he call you? Oh, hey, there he is. What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Oh. Imposter. You have no right to claim that form, that mask. What? Who? 'Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Habrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right. Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Eric, listen well. I am Hephaestus, and it is I whom you should call father. I mean, they do look like they have more in common. What in the name of creation? I think I got sucked into a telenovela. We would do well not to stand idle while our enemy is about. I believe an explanation is in order, Elidibus. Let us return to safety so you may provide it. Ah, that sounds more like the La Habrea I know. Huh. To think I would end up killing all of these people later. Well, except for him, I think. Before we depart, I must offer you an apology. As La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the Convocation, an emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity while investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. I had a feeling. Your perceptiveness does not surprise me. When the time comes, it shall make my explanation all the easier to understand. In any case, we have pressing matters to attend to. Let us do as La Habrea suggested and return to the gates. We can speak there. I'm gonna have to check the the computer clock time now. Please help him. Save him. Worship him. Praise him. As you are aware by now, I am known as Elidibus. After my dear friend Azim and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azim nor I had ever met you in the flesh, you came with her highest recommendation. What? How did he know? That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. That somewhere in the world a guiding star so similar to herself was out there amused Azim to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Vanat, who held the position of Azim previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. Seriously, who the hell is Azim? She too now dons the white robes of an advisor. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware though I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. I merely wanted to meet you, to travel by your side for a while. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. Right, because I have insight. 10. I don't know how long it's been since we last spoke, La Habre, and truth be told, I had hoped we never would again. But I see now that I was a fool to think I would ever escape your meddling. Just what this is that thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he the spitting image of your younger self? I'm sorry, what? Younger self? But he's lighter in skin. What? Was the lighting off, or my eyes just failing me again? Okay, lighting is a bit better now. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is this a Tron Legacy situation? I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandemonium, including the fact that Azim and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation. For a time, that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received a communication from one of the keywords stating that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning? I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another to masquerade as one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habre is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. Oh no, we're dealing with nobodies! He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire, all the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He is the product of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? His words were but the ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. And now that he has awakened, he must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster unto our star. As chief key ward of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. What? You would leave the other warders to their doom? 'Tis a choice befitting La Habrea. Do you disagree? You speak of duty, and ours is to guide our star and its inhabitants upon the correct course. It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet as you can see by Eric's response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azem and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could determine the best solution. And you need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No! You've spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we've endured, the foes that Huey Hime has stood against. Hello. Yuehime, is it? A being of such aether as I have never seen. What are you? A dragon. She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to their cells. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. What was that you said about being an emissary? No, that waits for later. Too soon to give up. Too soon. Agreed. We still know next to nothing about Hephaestus, and I highly doubt La Habrea has been forthcoming with the truth. But we've managed to regain control of Asphodelos. He must be made to see that there's merit in continuing on this path. I have it! Speak in your official capacity as Elidibus the Emissary. Judge which approach is more sound, and even La Habrea would be compelled to listen. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time, seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust you'll find the best way forward. Turns out he suggests nuking it anyway. Very well, then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, interring any mythic creatures we encounter along the way. You have yet to witness Yuhime's might and Eric's resolve. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand, and only then determine if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections to the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember. And you're even more tedious than I remember. Come, find me when you're finished. When I'm finished. I will never be finished. Eric is understandably frustrated, but if we are to conquer Abyssos, we must go forth with clear heads. Pray lend an ear to his troubles, that their weight might be lightened. You do have my gratitude, ill-fit as I am to show it at the moment. Without your words to sway him, La Habrea would have carried out his plan without a second thought. When at first we realized the creations had slipped their bonds, the other keywords did all in their power to restore order. Even though they could have chosen escape, they remained to aid their allies. I'm certain not a soul among them would wish to see this facility erased from the world, and they don't deserve to be abandoned simply for carrying out their duty. Just a moment, I feel like I've got excess fluid in my eye, over my eyes. From all the yawning. Okay. And besides, Hephaestus has secrets yet untold, secrets that would be buried if Pandemonium were reduced to rubble. I mean to uncover the truth behind his words, the truth of my mother. While La Habre was quick to dismiss his claims, I failed to see what Hephaestus would gain by fabricating such a story. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No, one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know at last what befell her. What do you think? Does the La Habrea you know have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? Oh, honestly, yeah, this is about the fairest statement I think I can make. This age? Just how long has it been since you last met? Regardless, I'd like you to try and view him as he is now. Another opinion would be much appreciated. But it is plain that there is much to consider. Thank you. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand, proving to La Habrea that we are capable of saving Pandemonium and its keepers. The most convincing way to do that would be to regain control of Abyssos. Although I'm loath to admit it, he would know more about those depths than any of us, and seeing as how we require every advantage we can afford, would you speak to him for us? He seems to have a special interest in your capabilities and may deign to help at your suggestion, if only to see what you can do. Ooh, I feel like I'm really losing myself. One of these nights soon, I should probably just obey what my body is trying to say at a time and just finally actually try sleeping at 8. As repugnant as it sounds to me. Maybe I'd actually be able to get up before noon for once in about 3 months. Thought my camera had stopped on me for a moment. Eric appears to have a deep trust in you, and Elizabeth tells me you share some relation to Azim. Who is Azim? Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand, Azim never ceases to surprise. The previous Azim was much the same, and taking the entirety of the star into consideration, she came to hold dear emotions and people that a more logical mind would have discarded. This made her act in her own self-interest more often than not. Just as you and Elidibus have conducted yourselves in this matter. The true danger of Azim's nature is its tendency to infect all those she comes into contact with. Emmett Selk said much the same. Trust that I shall do naught that would violate my duty. Yes, Emmett Selk. And yet you so frivolously invoked your authority as emissary to justify this little excursion. It matters little, however. Only your deeds can speak for you now. I clicked. I know I did. You wish to know more of Abyssos, I take it. Although I no longer have control over many of its functions, I can yet sense what creations lie within. The chief keywords reach as far indeed. Well then, what do we have to look forward to? I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. Maybe he'll warp us. I speak of hegemony, keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Hemetheos. doubtless against her will. Euthymius, Demas, we must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Eric. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. That was backhanded. The Sixth Circle. Ready! Less than 5 minutes? This one seems popular. Why am I doing this? Okay, all done. Just setting up what I would watch after raiding somebody. Jump. 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 Sure. Nice beat. At first I thought it was some of these things slapping against something, but no, too rhythmic and too quick. Whew. I see different areas of things. Ah, well, I guess I'll just have to buy some Renacita stuff. Ugh. Hey, got a healer and a DPS already. Still all clear. And 97 stuff. I'll be fine going in. To repair right now. There we go. Wait a minute, this looks familiar. Oh yeah, this is her. I've seen a lot of other streamers like grind against this woman for something. Or at least they have a lot of popular clips. Ew, she pulses. That seems worrisome. Prometheus. Hegemony. My goodness, that one bun is such an exposed outfit, and it looks really good. Am I good where I am? I was good. Oh shit. Oh. Are you? That's not fair. Nope. Are you? Okay, clearly it's the name, but I don't remember what the first type of name was. So I've got no way to compare. Colossal Parasite is attached. It controls the body when the effect ends. I see. Use that a little too soon. Wait, what? Yes, Chorus Excel. Strophe Excel. Didn't want to go too fast. I think I'll keep myself looking this way. There we go. That at least I understand and stop. Ethereal Exchange? Shoot, I don't know what this means. Should have figured. Alright, so I think if I stay here, I'm fine. Nope, that's not right. Got that wrong. So this will be safe. Nope, can't figure it out. Quite simply, just way beyond me. Oh, and oh boy. Yep, there we go. Well, at least I got rid of those vulnerabilities. Alright, now it's back to the regular. Oh, dead. All your pulsing and wriggling won't help you now. You spread a lot of goo around here. Okay then, let's see. Orchestrion roll? Pass. Hat? Yes. Helm, armor, leg, ring, gauntlet, pants, boots, ring. Alright, fine then. Don't get a recommendation. I have so much food I gotta get through. Ugh. We've won! The keyword is sealed away, and alive this time! La Habrea can't deny us now! It's a river in Egypt. Our plan was a success. I give up. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Feels like he's won over on his old man. Moreover, this being, Aether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemithios, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue? As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without them, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandemonium.
And of whom do you speak?
A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom.
So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can appraise his companions. That's something that Yuhime and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. Gestalt! And hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path and to act before that path lies closed to us.
Then tell me, what is it you hope for?
To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know what he means to resurrect Athena.
And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's.
What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible.
Think, Eric. I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools?
Is it worth it to see her once more?
Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother?
Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition, for the sake of the star, no doubt. I can hear it again. That voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus' father. Mother, oh, I love you so. And this voice will guide me to you. Well, we lost him. No, listen not, Eric. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. Well, I'm gonna have to kill the boy.
Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Eric, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. A magic woven with such skill that Eric himself failed to notice until it was too late.
If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other key wards had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another?
Felt it, I heard it!
Ah, my hand. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Eric, but whom? Could it have been one of the key wards?
Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Eric past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. In my stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew it. And now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits with him due to my rashness.
There is time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Just as with Hesperos, Eric is in danger of being consumed by Hephaestus' spell. However, I have faith that he will not easily lose sight of himself. The way forward is clear. La Habrea, pray tell us you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait.
The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold.
That, I expect, is where Yuhime shall shine. Her dissolute aether allows her to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw it when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure.
Then time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware that you can match a keyword in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure.
Agreed. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart.
What's he getting at?
We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Eric. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there is the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Eric's feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it?
I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel its still greater pain.
Heh, so instead of being honest, you bicker like a child.
How dare you?
I do dare.
No, you are right. The blame for Eric's fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. The remaining keyword is Agdistus. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless, even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. Whoops.
We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know where the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method.
Interment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Agdistis' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld will be to her. Ah, finally a kill. Okay, let me see about recharging my brain real quick. Oh, wait, let's get it going. Oh, that's a cramp in my leg. Ooh, right in the socket. Back to it. Scotch egg. It's the egg from Scotland. It's a Scotch egg. Encased in pork and breadcrumbs. Scotch egg, Scotch egg. What's that on your leg? Is it a Scotch egg? Scotch egg. It's Scotch egg. Scotch egg was actually invented in London in 1851 in a shop called Fudman Mason's. Contrary to popular belief, it's not a Scotch ditch, and that's a relief, because a Scotch egg is not a Scotch egg. Where can you see lions? Only in Kenya. Come to Kenya, we've got lions. Where can you see tigers? Only in Kenya. Come to Kenya, we've got tigers. Oh. Oh my. This looks like a problem. Wait a minute. Wait. I think I've seen this tree before. Emethios, Agdistis. I'm suddenly very worried. Pepsi Cola Chan. That's a name. I see why they had to give her a massive hitbox.
Oh! Oh crap, this is the one. Oh, I've seen so many clips of the streamers having trouble with this. At least on Savage. Or Extreme, whatever it is. But still, it scares me. Boy. Ah! Shit. Huh? What? What was that? I mean, thanks for the revive, but you really shouldn't have gone for me. Yeah, see? Oh no, I knew this would be bad. Okay, didn't go back fast enough, right? That's my fault. Move, move, move. May have popped the springs a little prematurely there. Get out of here. Get away from me. You didn't get away from me, Chino. Cochino. Alright, these are the shock animals that are just going to shock within their circles. How am I taking damage? What is hitting me? I don't see anything. Okay, there was something behind me that didn't seem like it was pertinent information for me to know, to be conveyed to me. Yep, I died from nothing there. I'm gonna have to heal myself then. So apparently I'm taking damage from nothing and nowhere. Hell, in. Up. Oh, main tank is down. All right, taking up the mantle. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit by that. Wait, I missed? Nope, it's hit me. It just didn't hurt. Oh, managed to get out of the way. Oh, why would you detarget? Yeah, again, I die from nothing. Yeah, good use of the limit break. Ah. God fucking damn my eyes. They just don't fucking work. These glasses do shit! I swear. Ah, healer fell over the edge. Oh, for fuck's sake. That hitbox got bigger, I fucking swear. Oh wait, no. Oh, hell. No, well, yep. Ah, that's double whammy. Mm-hmm. God, I never want to do that fight ever again. Whole lot of low rolls. The meat axe. Interesting. Oh, God, that's a wretched fight. That's a fight that needs a whole lot of work. The moment Agdistis was slain, the flow of Aether and Pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. 'Twas almost as if we were ushered here. This space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo... Oh hey, there's still something ever left. If only I could restore Tartarus to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea.
Likewise, keyword Agdistis. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spells, even diminished as you were.
'Twas not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path throughout the madness.
Through the madness.
And thus am I able to appear before you now. Even while my body is powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report! That was you! Oh. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to hopelessness.
She was the crystal.
But I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I'm about to do, Master La Habrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Eric. No longer can you hide your heart away. Hephaestus? No, the mask marks him as La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Eric?
My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Eric believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth.
His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which will inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred?
If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena brought his body and soul, thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parent's shadow.
Twisted. Eric loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature, every action, every word a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I leave it to La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Eric, I hope.
Thank you, Agdistis.
I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens?
Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Ooh, the acid got far on that one. Agdistis was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I could think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Pants. The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject.
I see now why you hid the truth from him. I cannot say with certainty that Eric could handle the weight of such betrayal after holding his mother on a pedestal for so long.
Reminds me of Tenchi Muyo. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating Hemithioi. That's how I pronounce it. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plain it is connected with the resurrection of Athena.
That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we have returned Eric to safety, in accordance with Agdistis' last wish.
Very well.
I can at least assure you that finding him shall prove relatively simple now that Hephaestus can no longer bend Pandemonium to his will.
There is but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartarus, where Athena built her testing compound.
We can assume that Hephaestus will offer fierce resistance. I must focus my every effort on securing a safe means of approach.
And I'm good, for the most part. Slightly traumatized, but good.
La Habread, I would ask that you assume the duty of summoning Yuihime's Phantom Warriors.
I have no objections. My ability to fight within Tartaros would be greatly diminished in any case. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There is no need to dirty your hands with such a deed.
Why not? It'll feel good for me. I take it then that you have no intent to seal him away as before.
The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished.
Well then, I shall open the way forward. May we finish this together.
Oh. Eighth circle, here we come. Oh, Glad, that's awful. I ain't gotta get this stuff fixed. just looking a bit like Urianger, that's it. One thing I want to see real quick. There we go. Unsung Ring. How about Unsung Relic? There we go. Offending. Wait, no, that's not right. Yes, that's much better than my current ones. I'll take one of those, please. Thank you. I'll use it until I have enough cash for a Renacita version. That's better. Ah, so that's what little Nosferatu would have looked like had I gotten him. And now there's a tiny elephant. Anyway. Number 8. Number 8. Wonder how one gets those discos. Ah, so that's how you get their radiant gear. Yeah, just what I was hoping for. Now all I need to know is how to get the original Radiance stuff. Which I currently don't know how. Lunar Envoy stuff looks interesting too. But again, it's all augmented and I don't know how to get the original. Yeah. No communal player shop around here, it looks like. Oh well. Swirl sparkly. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the spices, they are a-returning. Zircon, 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 zircon.
Mr. Zircon does not need puny bolts. His currency is pain.
Oh, that just hit me. Let's see here. Ah, no. Requires 85. I thought it was a plain old 80. That's silly of me. Hey, got a DPS and another tank. I just realized, how is it raining indoors? Or is it open above us? No. No. Ah, okay, there we go. That's better. Portraits are in order. Here we go. I don't got any of the interesting ones. Or at least a lot of the interesting ones. Yeah. Papa Pia. Stephen Fry, national treasure, looking out the window of his loft at night. Stephen Fry, playing in the dark with the gadgets that he bought that day. Stephen Fry, hopping onto Twitter now, letting all the folks know the wordy book he enjoyed. Stephen Fry, driving around in his London taxi, picking up randoms. Stephen Fry, Superfly, yay Stephen. I really gotta re-listen to some Weeble Stuff songs. I'm also looking to do his latest Savlonic album. Anyway, it's over 5 minutes. We lost the tank, but I got a healer, and all the DPS are filled. The spice will not stay down. It demands to burn.
Ooh, that's a really good outfit. I think that comes from Omega, or at least is Omega's outfit. That NPC elephant was in a hurry. Different, but ultimately not. I would say probably not what I need out of my boots. I'm trying to get a wrist. Yeah, that would be a whole lot better. Alright then. Yeah, the Renacita is definitely better. Let's see, Ring of Fending with my Atheris. Yeah. Looks like it's better than my last Ring of Fending, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's see here. Let's at least put it on real quick. Yeah, it's better. Anyway. Alright, tank is returned in exchange for a healer and a DPS. And we've lost so much of the we've lost nearly all the DPS. Wonderful. It better not be going back to fight that last fight. Agdistis is a monster. An absolute monster. Yeah, I thought as much. Not much worth of anything. Never noticed this before. Screw it, give me another ring. Oh, right, yeah. Which is really stupid. Like, obviously, I'd be better if I could maximize by using 2 of them. Apparently, no. Yeah, the Aetheris is obviously worse than the last ring. Alright, we're back up to 3 DPS. Oh yes, that reminds me. Let me see if I can try something here. There we go. Look at that. My sensor image works for keeping chat clean. Ah, there we go. Oh, please, let's do this. Please, DPS, I beg of you. Oh, stupid fucking asshole. If you didn't want to be part of this, you shouldn't have put yourself in the added it to your rotation then. There we go. So what horrible things will be done to the lad with what looks like DNA?
Ericthonios is mine, heart and soul. And with your death, none will be left to stop me.
I've killed you before, I can kill you again. Perfect imperfection. What? That makes no sense. Ugh, his skin looks rotten. Ugh.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this prison. From Fulgent claim my servants rise. Out of my sight! Leave naught but ash in your wake. Let seep sorrow into your heart.
Okay, dragon.
A fitting death.
Alright, dragon is forward, bird is the sides. Oh yeah, someone even in the chat is even saying that.
Of sacrifice.
What did he do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh. He turned himself into a... Ugh. Into a centaur.
You will know my rage.
Oh wait, oh no, I wasn't paying attention. How? Where is it going? Okay. Ooh. Well, use that in the wrong time.
Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Symphonic Vent. Alright.
From fulgent flame my servants rise. Out of my sight! I shall see my wish
Forge
fulfilled.
Reflection. Oh, now he just gave himself the tentacles and snake head.
To be consumed.
That's dangerous. Whoop! Ectothermos? Oh yeah. Ectothermos. Just spelled it weird.
Sheer flesh from bone.
That was kind of neat.
Leave naught but ash in your wake.
You got the bird, it means get in.
I tire of this farce.
You're a farce.
Behold the fruits of sacrifice.
Forged Reflection again. He's back to being on 4 legs.
You will know my rage.
Ah, help. Whoa. That was close. Singed my heels a little bit, but I'm alright. I'm not alright. I'm getting hurt by something. Okay.
Perish in flame's embrace. Go forth and sate your boundless hunger.
Oh shit.
From fulgent flame my servants rise. Let's sink sorrow into your heart.
Who was it that used up the limit break already?
I shall see my wish fulfilled.
Oh, you won't. You're gonna die here. Gaze of the Abyss. Oh, hey, Mad Owl. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. Semi-perfect cell will die. Yep. Anyway. Yep. Let's see. What's this? Wind up Eric? Nah, don't want that. Yay, I got a ring. And a sword. I got something else, but I wasn't looking. Oh, armor. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error, when out of mercy I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. Oh hey, I see his mark is on the floor. This is not over! I see you will not go peacefully. Is that firewall really gonna stop him? Hey, La Habrea, aren't you gonna kill him now? Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse much speak... I give up. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Eric's dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruin. As for Eric... he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate?
My wish?
You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you bind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow.
Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family?
Athena cared not for Eric, beyond how he could serve her ends.
I can't freaking read anymore.
You claim to be acting in his interest, but 'tis plain you are no different. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed that my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You who are naught but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us.
Mother, No, then who? How do I? Peeking over my shield. Trust in your dad, even though I don't. I hear you. I owe you, Anthemus, an apology. Athena, did you ever? And La Habrea, That was a nice spin. I will have my say! How? His mind was mine! I can't explain. Yuhime's words reached me through the haze. I used defog. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours, but resounding with truth. He's doing it! How? When did you master these bonds? Oh, we've in turn much worse. You worthless, you! Ah! Got these chains on me. Oh. We put him in a rock. Neat. It appears my failures have borne fruit after all. Are we gonna smash it?
You did well, son. Boy. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return Eric above. That you would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. I quite understand his adeptness in the art of internment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. Just a moment, I'm feeling something in my throat. There was indeed something in my throat. I feel no trace of Hephaestus' poison in your mind, and for a blessing, it appears your body is none the worse for wear.
I made my way here as soon as I could. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Are we rid of him for good and all?
He's in a rock.
I see. Despite his muddled senses, Eric felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course.
It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted.
La Habrea, was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past?
Indeed, he was naught but the parts of my memory and soul that I had cut away, a mass of aether without a material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice.
On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale, of Hephaestus' creation and Athena's end. I heard your words, but only vaguely, as if from under the surface of a deep pool. My mother wished to use me. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here, and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready.
Give us the dirty truth. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. You see, while we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations.
Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass. She sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it.
For most, the thought would be an idle fancy. Sorry, my eyes. The thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As leader of the Words of La Habrea, why wouldn't he be? I spoke with her often about transcending our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with her creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further, curious about every detail along the way. Our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationship grew into something much more.
I take it I was born not soon after?
Just so. I believed she bore true affection for me and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise.
And when you found out what she was doing, you killed her.
I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Agdistis to keep watch from Tartaros' vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best you see with your own eyes.
What will we see? Is this what we see?
Oh, this...
Why is she so much shorter? Is that me?
You are well aware that out of respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this?
What indeed? So quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. It's a gamble on whether I will end up tasting Mexican or pizza when I burp now.
You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Agdistis forever, as well you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once. Release Eric, else I shall have no choice but to strike you down.
I would meet my end at the hands of none other. However, ere my time is come, I will have you know the why of it.
Then you will not desist.
Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option.
The feelings of one weigh a little against the needs of the entire star.
Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not descend from your lofty height simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea, and we shall know one another more than...
Huh? Wasn't able to finish that.
Impossible. You bonded your souls?
Oh, so that's how Asian primes happen. Aye, that the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything, to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me?
I am become thee, memory and mind.
And I thee.
Can you feel it?
Mr. Krabs?
My heart, all that I am.
Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star.
How disappointing. Yet what is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the self-same fervor. And he did, if I remember correctly. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption of my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. Oh, right. Then he makes Hephaestus. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was bleh, and live only as La Habrea. You missed some. Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories, you nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured, the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Ige Yorm and Emmett Selk in particular made plain the suspicions they harbored. Oh, right, Ige. That was the woman he fuses with. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I had never attempted such a feat before. The crystal was my sole recourse, should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. What time is it? Okay. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. While I was enthralled to Hephaestus, you called out to me. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? You did promise, yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. What does your heart tell you? Alright, you. This one. I just want to know one thing. Hold on, eyelash. I don't think I got it. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? The La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw, after all. I'm still not convinced. I have said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. Yes, you must become Ripley. The La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don that mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say... Did his face light up for a moment, or was that just me? Thank you, Hephaestus.
I feel nothing.
Ooh, I may have drank that wrong. I've had enough. There is more I would yet discuss, but we should first return to Pandemonium's gates. I'll gather my thoughts on the way. Get me out of here. I owe you an apology. It was due to my own inexperience that Hephaestus was so easily able to take hold of my mind. I also owe you thanks. If you and Themis hadn't chosen to brave the chaos occurring in Pandemonium, then I would have never known La Habrea's story, my father's story. 'Twas a tale I too was fascinated to hear. I very much look forward to speaking with Azim upon my return. I cannot help but wonder how much of this she foresaw.
I'm afraid I cannot allow that, Elidibus. So long as you retain control of Pandemonium, there is work to be done.
But of course, I shall first free the remaining warders and restore this place to its former glory.
Using the facilities in Tartaros, we should be able to reverse the changes made to their bodies and minds. I shall stay behind to oversee the process.
That is well, but I must yet learn why I was considered the key to Hephaestus's experiments, and how he intended to revive Athena.
Such questions are best left unanswered. In fact, I forbid the pursuit of that knowledge. The boundary between man and creation shall never again be crossed. And I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus's essence, that this mistake never again repeats.
I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. There is yet the matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus's aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were.
There is another?
Yeah, Agdistis sent it. At least I'm pretty sure it was her.
While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company and Azim was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium.
Then why would they not make themselves known even now? No threats remain.
Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed.
Ugh. That task may take some time, a resource I'd rather not steal more of from you. Return at your leisure and we will share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. I am of the same mind. Leave the loose ends to us and continue upon your journey, or if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose.
This talk of journeys smacks of Azim.
As well it should. She is pledged to keep moving until she has seen every corner of the world. If you do find yourself with a spare moment, you might bring that crystal of yours to La Habrea. He may be able to offer further insight. Until then, my friend... Ah yes, back to Aporia, as I suspected. Why, if it isn't Yohime! Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. You see, my mistake. This is the wrong voice. You see, communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago, and now we have quite lost track of where he might be. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. And to make matters worse, Nimgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the Ethereal Sea. I was just on my way to the Asioscope. In fact, please, you must come with me. Oh. Pandemonium has returned. Oh, and now it starts swinging. What? What is that? Is it real? Why is that whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind? Oh, hi there. And you two, Professor Claudian's assistants, I take it? As you arrived before me, I take it you are involved in this. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Thank me first. I'm so glad everybody believes me about all my time travel shenanigans. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Aziz's Law, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. A rash endeavor even for Claudian, but he has ever allowed the thrill of discovery to cloud his better judgment. We have no recourse but to entreat Ishgard's aid in searching for him. And as for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the Ethereal Sea, Pandemonium, was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the Ethereal Sea and continue monitoring it for future irregularities. You two submit a detailed report to the forum at once. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. So in other words, I'm off the hook for now? Very good. Now, if you will excuse me, I must apprise the forum of what has occurred here. I'm off the hook! Just when we need him the most, Professor Claudian remains unaccounted for. He even brought the crystal with him. We are left with scarce few straws to grasp at. While I am but a lowly assistant, even I could see that our two current problems are likely related. The same party or phenomenon may be responsible for both. Do-do-do-do-do. Conversely, I see now that my unexperienced imagination failed to do Pandemonium's pitiless spires justice. I can only wonder if the facility itself traversed the ages. Did the creations within do the same? What of the keywords? But answer to these questions shall come in time, I am sure. For now, I must do as Master Fulcherdot asked and write that report. As for you, pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. When next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. I mean the battle dance. And now, get me the savages. It's a bit more difficult to tell how long I've been going on, especially what with my stream getting cut because Charter sucks. But, let's see, I start at 5. I usually go for 6, which means it would end at 11, and it's around 10:39 now. Yeah, you know what? That's enough, I think. Wait, nope. This is not a safe place. Okay, now I'm at a safe place. Yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Phew. Wow, that Agdistis fight needs so much work to make it actually worthwhile, I'd say. It is fairly awful, as it is. But anyway, let's see if I can salvage this a little bit and see somebody. Ah, yes. Perfect. Skunk. So, that'll be it for tonight. Oh, boy. I really hope it's only 2 pieces and not 3 or more. Well, whatever. I'll have to deal with that afterwards. But anyway, we shall see the skunk. But for tonight, that'll be it. Tomorrow, I will get back to the, like, new post-Endwalker stuff. Like, the new storyline they have made. So, that will be next. That will be all for tonight. Ah, yes. Thank you for watching. Please, I'm so out of practice that I'm getting this completely out of order. Okay, from the top again. Please follow if you liked. Thanks for watching. Peace be with you, and may the forces of evil be confused on the way to your home. Bye.